Hello, everybody. My name's GM Brian.
I'm Osiris.
I'm Dalhis.
And I'm Lucia.
And welcome back to the creepiest staircase in history. Yeah, so a lot happened in the last episode, just to catch everybody up. You guys did a little bit of investigating in the town, which led you to the ruins just north of town by a little bit there, that are supposedly inhabited by a vampire. And while you walked in to the ruins, you found yourselves, oddly enough, not in the ruins at all, but rather a formal living room of sorts, and met a very beautiful woman who totally did not turn out to be anything.
Not beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Well, beautiful until she revealed her true self, which was a succubus, and had attempted to woo both the men in this party. Well, she
was pretty well successful.
She was successful, but she never got her charm move off technically. But she did have them bamboozled for a very long time, and it took a very, very angry half elf with a crossbow to shoot her to reveal her true form. So, props to the alternate version of Lucia who has anger issues and is willing to shoot people on a whim. Like, not gonna lie, I really hope there's bleed over between this Lucia and ours. So, like, I'm really a fan of this one. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, okay. That being said, after you had defeated the succubus, you had discovered a secret passageway behind the fireplace and had some sort of writing above it, specifically writing that you recognized as demonic, and you chose to go in anyway and are now walking through basically a dark staircase that is completely and utterly devoid of light and sound. And that's where we are going to pick up today. So you guys are walking down, and we'll start with Dalhis because he is ahead of everybody at the moment. So what are we going to do?
I would like to comment that the staircase is going down for a long time, and it's very dark. Out loud, of course.
Of course. And you find that you are producing no sound as you speak.
Hey, do I notice that there's no one with me? Because I would turn around and...
you turn around and all you see is blackness. Darkness that you can't see in front of you at all.
So I reach backwards, and I'm assuming I don't feel a thing.
Correct. You reach back, and there's nothing behind you that you can tell.
At this point, I would start running up the stairs.
Out of curiosity, like when we hold our hands out, can we see our own hands? Is that something where we're able to actually physically see our own bodies, or is it like we don't even see our own arms and hands stretched out?
You cannot see anything. You can't see your own body. You like if you had your hand literally like this, you could not see your finger. Like if you had it literally basically touching your eyeball, you would not see it.
Yeah, that would probably alert anybody, especially Lucia with her dark vision.
Like, yeah, because I'm not used to being blind. Like, I know that others fall victim to darkness, but I'm like...
I would have been blinded.
Darkness?
Yeah, I'm gone. I can't see shit.
Okay, so Dalhis is coming back up the stairs, so...
At a rapid pace.
Running at full speed.
Okay.
So... I can't believe we're not going to hear this. He's going to fucking mow us over.
Yeah.
Not that we know this.
Travis!
Okay, so obviously, like, I know that I have no method of communication.
No.
Because not even hand signals would do it as dark as it is. Because you're saying we can't even see, like...
Correct.
That close.
The only thing that... Now, here's the deal. At this point, since he's turned around and he's going full tilt, is that correct?
Oh, yeah.
And you guys are... You said you were walking slowly and cautiously, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So at this moment, what I'm going to do is basically say it like this. You two are walking together, and you're still holding on to Osiris's arm.
I have something I want to do if possible, but go ahead.
Okay. At this point, let's do this. I want to have Osiris give me one quick roll, and then you can, tell me what you wanted to do, and I'll let you know if there's enough time to make that happen. You rolled a... Did you just roll there? Is that your new roll?
No,
that's your old roll. Yeah, let's take a look here.
Sorry, I was muted. Just a D20.
Yes, please.
Osiris rolls a 10.
Okay. So I just wanted to do something real quick. That being said, please go ahead, and Michelle. What were you thinking you wanted to do real quick?
I literally wanted to, because I have his arm. I hope, and I am going to awkwardly feel my way down to his hand, and I just wanted to put his hand on my heart so I could communicate my fear.
Okay, and
that's literally all I wanted to do.
Okay, so you're gonna take like your hand, right hand, left hand, whatever, doesn't matter, I suppose. Do you have a preference?
No, so probably, well, if I'm on his right, so probably my left hand would still be gripping the arm, and my right hand would be like grabbing his hand to be like, I want him to feel like my racing pulse.
Okay, so at this point, she's reaching for the hand of Osiris to take it and put it on to the chest, or onto her chest to feel the pulse. She reaches down and she grabs his hand very tightly, and she lifts it up, and she is going to put his hand on her chest to feel. So he does this. And she is holding his hand very tightly. And I want Cyrus to give me one more roll before our dollhouse train arrives in the station.
Oh God, he's just gonna freaking run us over. Oh my God.
Oh, Osiris rolls a 7.
Player knowledge is terrifying.
Okay, so upon doing that she is definitely, like, even with that, you could tell that she's definitely scared. So you can definitely tell that she is a little on it, or that she's more than on edge. She's freaking out. So her heart is racing.
Near hysterical at this point.
At this moment, the Dollhouse train arrives at the station. What I want you guys to do, this is strictly a Lucia and an Osiris thing. I want you to roll Constitution for me.
Oh God!
Constitution save or Constitution rolls?
Save. Let's do a save.
I guess neither one of them's really good for me. Osiris rolls a 16.
So 16. Osiris gets hit and is knocked back a little bit, but Lucia loses her grip that she had on Osiris and is knocked backwards up the stairs by about 2 or 3 steps. And now she kind of hits hard and on her back. She doesn't take any damage to it, but she's definitely gonna have a bruise there.
I immediately stop running.
Oh, and by the way, you didn't have to roll. You felt like you definitely just trucked someone.
Yeah, I start feeling for someone.
Okay, do me a favor, just for funsies. Give me just a roll, or just D20.
Okay.
Oh my God, Bert, everybody! Holy shit!
You reach down and the first
crit fails,
and what you reach down and you put your hands right on Osiris's junk. Like, that's the first thing that you reach out and you grab onto it hard, and you give a good squeeze to figure out what.
Given the situation, I am going to freak out and kick as hard as possible. Like, this is literally basically an attack roll. I'm not joking. This is an attack roll.
People are critical failure. So
this would be an unarmed strike from a downed position.
Okay.
I don't know. Unarmed strike, so I'd be at disadvantage technically since I'm down.
You'd be a disadvantage, and on the ground, you can't see. So, yep.
So, how do you want me to do it? Strength or dex?
I would go strength. Because you're
unarmed is dex. Unarmed is dex.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is. Okay, I apologize. I didn't realize that.
Okay, so I'll roll 2 of them. We take the lowest.
Yep.
I would say you have advantage, disadvantage already built in, right?
Oh, I do. I'm sorry. Yeah, so 20 and 13. 13. My apologies. So 13. Osiris rolls a 13.
Osiris rolls a 13. Okay.
It hits my AC.
Oh God, we're getting into a fight.
So you made contact, and you definitely are going to do a little bit of damage.
But click. But it's a 1d4.
It is, but I'm actually going to say it's a 1d2 only because of the fact that he's on the ground on his back. It's not a good actual kick.
I'm just going to roll d4 and we'll have it.
Yeah, that's fine.
1.
Okay. So Dollhouse takes Dalhis takes 1 point of actual. God dang it, you guys!
Quick question: when Dalhis hit me, because I'm familiar with his scales and his robe, would I have felt that it was him, or would I still not have been able to tell?
No, you could definitely tell it was him.
Not that I can do anything about it.
You could tell it was him in this case because
Okay,
oddly enough, due to your travels, you've spent some nights in the tent and you're relatively close.
Yeah. I know what his robe
you know
feels
what
like.
it feels like. Yeah.
See, my assumption is that Osiris doesn't know if he felt his scales, I think so, but I'm not sure if I did. Like if he just trucked me.
He just reached out and he just grabbed your nuts basically.
Right. Even when he trucked me, I didn't feel it there. That's just impact. And then I got my piece grabbed. Again, I don't know if I really could tell anything because I'm freaking out. Someone's hand is on my junk. So yeah, I kicked and I still don't know this is Dalhis in my head.
Probably not.
Like I'm ready to roll initiative on this.
No, at this point.
Do I know Osiris by the junk I just touched?
No, you do not know him by the junk.
Okay.
I say, but it is
How are you supposed to know that?
But it is your. I'm going to call it turn on this one here, there, Dalhis, because technically he used his action to do that, and she used her action in my head to like rationalize what just hit her. So now it's on to you.
Do I know that I hit two people?
Yeah, you could feel that because they were kind of walking arm in arm, and so you blasted them backwards.
Okay. So at this point, I have a good idea.
Yeah, you
that
would.
It is
you
my
would
party.
definitely assume it's your party.
So I'm going to assume. So I'm not going to do. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to put my hands out, kind of in front of me, very carefully, and like just kind of stay there.
Okay.
Because I know I got hurt.
You got winged.
Yeah, I got winged. So I'm going to kind of stand up, then just kind of wait. Probably very tense. My heart.
You braced
is probably,
yourself.
I'm bracing myself. But
Okay.
my heart is pounding because I know it's my friends, but I don't want to get hit again.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
I am tackling whatever's in front of me.
Okay. And so what I want you to do in this case,
Because if I tackle it, I can start punching its face.
You're lunging at something in the dark.
Yep.
Downstairs.
Yep.
Quick question. He can do this. I'm just curious. Behind us, can we see the point where it lights up, or are we too far in?
Too far in.
Okay, just making sure.
You've been walking too long.
Oh, I'm still, so let me know what I need to roll to
Okay, so first
dive down these stairs at whatever just hit me.
I want you to, it's an athletics check is what I'm gonna base this on for you to make the dive. So I want you to roll your athletics there for me.
Athletics is a -1 modifier for Osiris.
Okay.
Good job.
And he rolls a natural 20.
So you make the greatest leap off of a staircase that you've ever made in your entire life in the dark, and you are going to fully get your arms directly around him in perfect tackling formation, as if
Form tackle. Yep,
form
good
tackle,
form tackle.
and you grab him right around the waist, and you're going to take both yourself and him down a couple steps, and he's going to land on his ass. Okay. At this point, it is now Lucia's turn.
Oh God. Oh my God. Oh God. I don't even know what to do at this point. All right. So Lucia's probably like, I'm literally hysterical now. Like,
Okay.
literally hysterical.
We're gonna die in these stairs.
To each other. That's the part that gets it.
Like gross sobbing, panicking. But she knows it was Dalhis, and that's like the only thing that's keeping her from like, I guess, taking off.
Sure.
So she, in her hysterical gross sobbing, is just gonna stand up. She's going to put her hand out. I'm assuming there's not any kind of like banister or anything, right?
No.
Okay. So she's gonna put her left hand out.
Okay.
She's going to keep her right hand around her spear.
Okay.
And she's just going to walk incredibly slowly forward.
Okay. And so because they went down a couple steps, it'll take you an extra couple steps to get there.
Right.
Finally, and so in this last one here, we're going to go back to Dalhis because it's his turn. He was just tackled and knocked on his ass.
I'm going to attempt to. I'm guessing I'm on the ground and Osiris is on top of me.
You're sitting like seated and he's around you on your. So
I'm going to are my arms free or no?
Your arms are free.
I'm going to try to just grab him and touch his face,
Mhm.
and then grab one of his other arms to get him, try to get him off me to hopefully recognize it's me.
Okay. And you know what? That's fine. I'd say.
Do I notice scales touching my face?
Well, we'll see how well he grabs you. He didn't do so well in the last grab move he made, so let's try it again.
Is that? Athletics? I
We'll
don't.
just do the same one that we did in the last one.
Yeah, it was just a straight strength the last time.
Was it strength?
I thought it, or was it not?
I don't think it was
I
strength.
just rolled a d20, just straight up.
Okay, then just do that again. That's fine.
Okay, Dallas rolls a 6.
All right, you are capable of the person grabbing you. You're able to essentially touch them and let them know like what's happening. So you guys are all, yeah, and you immediately recognize who it is. There is.
Okay. Oh. Okay, I don't have like a tap system to say I'm sorry, but dear Lord, that scared me.
I don't even need to make enemies in my dungeons. I just let you guys kill each other. It's great. It's too funny. All right.
Okay.
So at this point,
yeah.
Lucia, I'm going to say Lucia is able to catch up to the rest of the group at this point because you guys are taking a minute to get up off the ground, and she bumps into you but doesn't do anything crazy, and you're able to essentially rejoin the party and continue on walking.
How wide is this staircase?
Just wide enough to where you can walk with Osiris, but not wide enough for you to walk with, for either of you to walk with Dalhis, like side by
Shit.
side.
Okay. Lucia is going to grab Dalhis's robe with her right hand and hold on to Osiris with her left hand.
At this point, after being absolutely scared and then kicked, Dalhis is going to try to fumble around in the dark and pull out his rope and tie it around him, and then Lucia, and then Osiris.
Ooh, good idea.
Oh God.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this would be great if he trips and falls.
Or one of us gets snatched in the middle of it, and then we all get pulled along.
So, with that being said, you guys are you kind of got a system now. You're all walking together, and you, as you're walking, suddenly out of nowhere, you see a light, and light is at the bottom of these stairs. And
What
so,
color light?
White, white. We'll say white.
Okay, so I know Osiris is going to start kind of hurriedly moving towards it so he can see again.
The first thing I do is I try to speak. I go, "Can you hear me?"
And as you approach the light, you can your voice starts coming back a little bit. Can you hear me?
Okay, so
Yes.
I guess, can we go until we can talk normally? Or?
Yes. So you guys walk down, and your voices fully return as you reach the bottom of the steps and enter into the light.
I ask why they left me.
The first thing Osiris would have been thinking is trying to apologize to Dalhis for kicking him once
Lucia,
he realized what was going on.
And Lucia bursts into tears and she apologizes and says everything is her fault.
I don't even remember what separated us. What happened?
Because I think I tried to speak and I couldn't, so I stopped.
You freaked out. Okay.
You freaked out, and
Okay. Yep, we're good.
you panicked. That's exactly. So that being said, now that you've hit the bottom of the stairs, you all walk out into a wide chamber. It is not only very wide, it's very long. There were multiple columns that stood there at one point. This looked like it could have been a very sacred place at one point in its history, as the floors are mostly white marble in the roofs and the columns. But it is, of course, like anything else, fallen into a bit more of disrepair. Specifically, there are a number of columns that are knocked over, and you can just tell it's not nearly as clean as obviously it should have been. But what strikes you most as you hit the bottom of the stairs is that what you walked into is not at all what you expected, coming from where you were and where you started.
It's that damn pumpkin farm again.
I'm going to move you all to where you say into this chamber now for the view. Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
When you do,
Yes.
This is what your characters see from the angle that they're standing in. I've already preloaded you. This is the chamber you have walked into. There are a number of collapsed columns, 2 L-shaped walls, let's say, lining the sides. But at the very, very top, and if you look up, say straight down the path, you will see a vampire sitting on a throne with two creatures on his left and his right. As you enter into the chamber, first thing that you do is look behind you at the door you just came in, and the stairs that you had just
Fuck.
no, the stairs that you had just come in from before, of course, are gone. The door has been sealed behind you.
It's a Zelda boss.
Noticing, and this is all very apparent because it's a very well lit room, very light white marble. In front of the vampire and the two creatures sits a red gem. The vampire doesn't move, doesn't speak, and just sits there. But the two creatures stand up from their posts, that walk down the steps, and stand in front of the throne and address the party. The two creatures, one of them looks like a demon. And this is the one did right here. He looks
the one on our left.
Your left.
Okay.
He looks like what you would think of as a traditional demon. He has his little wings, cloven feet, has the fangs and horns that you would imagine from a demon. The other one is dressed in white and as pure light as possible. And above its head has a light. It almost appears like a halo, but it is pure light. They begin to speak, and it's as if they're standing right next to you as they speak. First, the demon. Who dares enter my chamber? The light one chimes in immediately after. It is not your chamber. It is everyone's chamber. But the question remains, why have you come?
I was looking for some pumpkin pie.
The demon snarls. He mocks us. Kill him, we will. The one marked as mage, but it's the light one turns and says, no, I believe he's just confused. Please, one more time before my friend loses his patience. Why have you come?
Why is the town in eternal twilight?
The white one turns with a smile and says, because the master wishes it so, of course.
But why?
Who's the master?
The demon gets a chuckle and says, he doesn't even understand who's the master. The light.
That's why I asked.
The demon snarls at this. You have pushing my patience one more, and I shall take your head. The light one turns and says, well, because the master wishes it so. It is his to do with as he pleases.
The town is his?
The town, the monsters, the demons, the land around, all who possess the gem control it, or the one who controls the gem controls it all. Why have
pumpkins?
You come? I'm very confused why you've come. I don't like the fact that you're here. And we know nothing of pumpkins.
Lucia steps forward. She's finally, gotten her shit together. So she's gonna step forward, just barely, not a lot.
Like a half step.
Maybe like a half of a foot, like not much, just enough to be slightly ahead of her companions. And she's kind of angry again, actually. So she's going to hold up her holy symbol, and she is going to say, I am Lucia. I am a child of the light, and you are my enemy.
The one dressed in white smiles and says, child, do you not recognize one of the light? The demon, on the other hand, hisses and moans and says, you dare bring a symbol like that here, and immediately runs around the corner here and disappears from the line of sight.
How tall is that L-shaped block?
Very tall.
And how tall are the columns, like as they're laying down?
On their sides are big enough to where if you were to be crouched, you could definitely be hidden.
Okay.
Well, yeah, Dahlias would definitely not be great at that. But like those, like the L shapes are 100% cover, and those ones, think of them as like if you're crouched, it's good, better cover and stuff. The one in the person in white says, "Oh, you've done it now. Unfortunately, if he engages, I must engage as well. But I suppose everyone must go sometime."
And I say, damn right, and it's your time.
How light is it? You said it was pretty well lit in here.
Very well lit. Yes.
Feck. And go be roguey.
Well, yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Could attempt maybe get here and then like sneak, because I'd be out of line of sight and I might be able to get around, but that'd be tough with them being on a high alert.
At which point,
can Osiris yell truce?
The one in the white laughs at this and says, "A truce? I didn't even engage you. What? You still haven't answered the question. I could try and stop him, but this is your last chance. Why are you here?"
To kill the vampire, I scream.
Oh, there we go. Now we're in a fight.
Well, those who threaten the master will always die, always die.
Why do you serve him?
And at that point,
Yep,
it's
I
too
know,
late.
I
The
didn't
one
get
in
that
the
in.
white, at this point's hands are glowing in the fiercest, brightest light. Now, oddly enough, the light itself makes Lucia feel warm and comforted for some reason, whereas the light has really no effect in Dalhis, and Osiris is looking at the light as his retinas burn a little.
Would Lucia be able to see the type of magic he's doing? I know that in other games, like,
Yes, she recognizes it as light magic.
right, but like, yeah, you should be able to tell. I was just seeing if she'd be able to tell like the movements that he's making with his hands or the verbal components, if that would like trigger, oh shit, he's about to do this type of thing.
At this point, no. Just
Okay.
no. You know,
Okay.
definitely know that it's some sort of light magic that's about to go down.
That's fine. I'm going to dive into cover then. About
I would
25.
like you to roll for initiative first.
Okay. I didn't roll yet, so I was wanting to see if I could get into cover. Osiris rolls a 6.
Lucia rolls an 18.
Fucking rogue.
Dalhis rolls a 17.
Rogue's going last.
So
Motherfuck, dude.
17.
Finally got a good initiative roll.
And Osiris. Okay. That being said, right away, before we even get started, sorry, I gotta move this you guys around a little bit. Go. Okay. Out of nowhere, the last time you saw him, he had gone around the corner. The devil emerges from behind this column here and sprints at Dalhis. With Dalhis in his sights, he yells a loud it's just a loud roar, enough to where it rattles Dalhis and makes him unnerved. I will let you do a Constitution saving throw.
Dalhis rolls
Nice.
You are not as rattled as he would have hoped. He came up and tried to scare you after you had talked a lot of shit, and you answered right back with your own roar. He disappears into a puff of smoke and is immediately found right back next to his white counterpart up top. Go ahead, Lucia.
Lucia is going to use her channel divinity and use turn undead.
Okay. And you can attempt to do that.
Okay. Hold on. That's like it's one thing I can't really program. I just have to find where I put the info.
Well, I'll let you in on a secret. It's not gonna, you can't turn him. He's not undead.
Does the vampire count as undead?
Technically,
Because that was my assumption.
technically the vampire counts as undead. You can try to get him. It's up to you.
Okay, actually, no. Reading this, I wouldn't do that. I would note that I wouldn't do that yet. Because it's only 30 feet.
Okay.
Okay. Lucia's gonna take just one step to her right to.
Okay.
Yep. She is going to. I'm sorry, and one step forward.
Okay, no problem. I got you.
And then, can you draw an arrow to the ruby, please?
Sure
8
can.
feet. Perfect. Okay. Lucia is going to silently pray. And she is going to make a Actually, put me a step back again. I'm sorry. She is going to dip a crossbow bolt in her holy water.
Okay.
So that's what she's working on. That's probably going to take.
Yep,
her
that'll be
turn.
your whole turn. That's fine. And at this point, it is now Dalhiss's turn.
Let's see here. Dalhiss is going to, I don't know, sprint to the forward left column and try to crouch behind it.
Okay. That's fair.
And he's going to, or I guess from that cover, he's going to attempt to throw a dart. It is, it will be a disadvantaged throw. So Dalhus rolls a 12, and as he's throwing it towards the demon.
He's throwing it toward the demon.
Yep.
It does not pierce.
Okay.
Next one up, the one in white. The one in white has focused its eyes on Osiris for some reason, transfixed by his presence, and has decided to cast a special spell. Or a spell, I should say. It's not special, it's their move. The character I'm using for this is the mage, so when it comes up, I know I have to adjust the stuff, so just bear with me, but it'll say firebolt. Cast firebolt. Now, I'm going to adjust the damage because they do too much, but yes, and it's going to do 10.
10.
Yeah, I know, I was about to say 10.
10
That's
does
what I was
not
gonna
hit.
Okay, so 10 does not hit.
Oof.
And it casts a holy light right at Osiris, and it whizzes right past as he's able to nimbly duck out of the way. At this point, it is now Osiris's turn.
I've got 30 movement speed, right, as a rogue, or do I have 40?
Correct, 30.
Okay,
I
well,
thought, I thought you had 30.
I don't think he gets anything special. So yeah, Osiris is going to duck behind this fallen pillar at 25 feet to my northeast, and he's going to fire northwest his short bow at the demon.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I gotta click that. That's my fault. Osiris rolls a 19.
Woo! That's gonna hit.
For 8 damage.
8 damage. The demon howls and screams upon getting shot by a dart. Says, "I'll kill you, little man." The demon is up, and once again, in a puff of smoke, disappears and reappears directly behind Osiris.
Oh, son of a bitch.
What the demon is going to use is his attack here. It's called his beard, but does 16 hit?
And the target must succeed a DC 12. Okay, I'm not worried about that.
Don't worry about that part.
Yes, a 16 hits.
Okay.
Oh,
and
shit.
does 8 damage. Now, actually, because of the way this thing is set up, you technically it only does 7 damage, just so you know.
Okay, Osiris is down to half health, so he's bloodied.
It is now the turn of Lucia.
Okay. So Lucia is going to step forward now so that I'm within 80 feet of the gem. She is going to load her holy water encrusted crossbow bolt, and she's going to fire it at the gem.
Okay. Go ahead and let's see your shot. 17.
17.
So it flies forward and hits right in front of the gem. For some reason, it's as if you could see for a second there's a giant barrier protecting both the vampire and the ruby itself. Both are essentially, it's a wall of, I'll call it energy.
Okay. All right. And then I have a spell that I can cast called Shield of Faith. It's a bonus action.
Okay.
I can choose one person within 60 feet, I believe. I'm just going to post this to double check. Yes, okay, one thing within 60 feet of me. I do have small parchments with holy text if you care.
Yeah, no, you do.
I'm going to cast the Shield of Faith on Osiris.
Okay, so Osiris is receiving a holy-esque thing called Shield of Faith. Okay, sounds like a plan. And it automatically works, right? There's not anything special we have to do with it, right?
Correct.
She has to concentrate.
I have to concentrate, but it works otherwise.
Okay. Real quick, Osiris, can you just give me a D20 roll for me?
Yep.
This is going to be a
Osiris rolls a 16.
and a 16. That's good to know. Okay, 16. There it is. So yep. Okay, that's fine. And we're going to go ahead and say that we're going to keep on rolling for the minute. And at this point, it is Dalhis's turn.
All right, Dalhis is going to move. Going to move up diagonally 10 feet and then up 25 feet and then right 5 feet. So he's hidden behind one of the big walls. The L-shaped wall the demon originally hid behind.
Yep. So you're going to go here?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right.
No, right here.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, so you are now hidden from view from all the quote-unquote players. Okay. At this point, the white mage, the one who had cast the original holy spell, is going to move forward 15. There we go. Forward 15. Get a better view. And turns toward Lucia. And on the turn says, "Why would you protect one like him?"
Can I respond now? Or
Yes, you can respond. I'm going to let you respond on this one.
he's my friend, fuckhole.
At this point, the subsequent move action for the mage is that you can tell that this person in white is charging something up. You can see that they're clearly building energy for something. And that ends their turn. It is now Osiris's turn.
Does Osiris know that he got the shield from, or this magic?
Yeah, you know know exactly where it's from for sure.
Okay, I'm going to turn and yell at Lucia and basically yell, "Turn that fucking thing off!" And I am going to disengage and run this way.
Okay. Do me a favor, though. If you're going to disengage, is Lucia going to drop this, first of all?
No, she just watched him get like super bloodied up from one hit.
Okay. Go ahead and just give me a good old D20 there now that you're around the corner. I'm going to say that you made it around the corner.
Osiris rolls a 6.
Okay. Fair enough. And at this point, he is no longer in view of neither Lucia nor Dalhis can see him. So I just want to make sure that is said.
That might, I don't know if that breaks that spell. It might.
It's concentration, so.
Yeah, but I don't know if the creature has to stay in range or if that's just when it's initially casted.
I would say probably yes. Stay in range.
I would say, yeah. What was the range on it?
60 feet.
60, and that's I will count that even though you can't see him. I'll still count that personally.
Okay.
But I'm kind.
I mean, I generally have a good idea of where he went, though. Like,
yeah, no, I gotcha.
I guess he is still within range. He's 55 feet.
Yeah, you're good. So at this point, now that Osiris has his turn, and he used it to disengage, right? I don't think he gets any other actions at this point.
I could, but I don't have any. I don't have any line of sight. So.
Yep. Okay.
I was just getting the fuck out of there.
All right. It is now back to the demon's turn. The demon has decided that he is tired of, or that he's looking, or the demon is looking around. He can't seem to find where the big one went, so he warps back behind his little curve here to find Dalhis. Upon seeing Dalhis, he immediately attacks, of course.
Dalhis takes a hit.
Okay, Dalhis takes a hit of 8.
Jesus Christ. Yep, I'm bloodied.
You mean 7?
No.
Or no? You said 7 before.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
I know what I'm doing. You're good. So that being said, okay. And at this point, that's the end of the demon's turn. It is now back to Lucia. It is now Lucia's.
I know. Sorry, I'm thinking. Dash takes a whole turn, right?
It's a bonus.
Isn't it? Yeah, I thought it was a bonus.
Dash. You have to have dash, though.
Oh, it's actually a separate move. It's not just you can't take 2 movements.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. That must be a 3.5 thing. Okay, cool. I am going to move 30 feet as close as I can to Osiris. Hopefully get him in line of sight.
Okay. You're still got that little pillar obstruction, so you can kind of see him from where you're at because he is kind of further around the corner. And so you have a little bit of a view at him, and
that should be enough for this spell to work.
Okay. Healing word for 6. Okay. And that doesn't need anything special for me to make sure it works, right? So that
a creature of your choice that you can see within range regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus modifier, plus I have a +2 due to my domain.
Okay.
So as long as I can see him, it should work. That's actually a bonus action too. I didn't realize that.
Okay. So at this point, you definitely have successfully cast your healing spell onto Osiris there. And you have...
And that breaks my concentration.
Yes, it drops the AC thing.
That's fine.
Yep.
Okay. I'm just going to probably... I'm going to put my crossbow away, and I'm going to grab my holy symbol and go for my spear. That's going to be like the rest of my turn.
Okay. At this point, I'd say I'm going to let you know immediately right now that Osiris is now gone from being bloody to he's down. He is down, and immediately upon doing this, you hear the white one say, "Enough!" And everything goes stone silent. The two disappear back where they originally started, and you all appear back where you started. The difference is...
Oh, fucking shit.
Osiris is laying on the ground in a crumpled heap. But something's different about your buddy. Osiris doesn't look like Osiris at all. Osiris looks a little bit different. What does Osiris look like, Greg?
He looks like the guy on the left that was fighting us.
He looks as if he, too, is in fact a demon. Your partner...
You son of
looks
a
like
fucking
a demon.
Bitch.
The white one chimes in. "Oh, now I understand. You merely said he was your friend. You're one of the good ones. You slay the monsters." And waits for a response, talking directly to Lucia.
Lucia uses thaumaturgy. She gets those fire in her eyes because that's her favorite thing to do when she's pissed off. And she can't accept this. So she ignores the white one, but she kind of flips him off. And turns to Demon Osiris or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And is like, "I fucking trusted you."
At this,
I'm down, right?
Yep,
like
at this time.
Even after transforming into a demon, he's still like down.
He's down at this point, and I will say that for this particular instance, although he is down, he is able to weakly speak, but very weakly. So not long run on sentences at this point.
Yeah, all I can imagine getting out at this point is, "Please, no," and that's about it.
Please don't.
No, please, no, please. Yeah, I guess.
Gotcha.
But please, like, I'm looking at Lucia saying this. Yeah, that's all he can get out at this point.
The white one once again begins to speak. "Child, you are of the light. You are truly one who hunts the night, aren't you?"
Lucia pointedly ignores the white one and is still glaring at the down demon.
The bearded devil, the one who had been fighting so hard, says, "Huh, she is pretty tough, I'll give her that," and turns away, say not facing any of them because he doesn't want to see a down demon. What is Dalhis doing at this moment?
You're muted?
Dalhis screams and is immediately like charging the other demon because he's so pissed.
Wait. Which one's the other demon?
Sorry, not Craig.
This one or the other one?
the original. Because he's confused. He doesn't know anything besides attacking that guy, so he's running straight at him. He can't.
Is Dalhis still bloodied, by the way? Just
yes.
Curious. Okay, just
so
making sure.
Dalhis makes it a whole 15 feet before he finds himself running back up to the part where he actually started his run.
It takes him like 2 or 3 of these times to realize what's going on.
I agree with that.
and at that point, finally, probably eventually stops and goes. It's just he knows he can't even reach the guy, but he takes out and tries to throw a dart at the demon, even though it doesn't reach.
Yep, he throw the dart and it also does not reach.
Does it also stop after 15 feet?
Yes, and just appears right behind him and just lands at his feet.
Oh, lands at his feet. I was like, oh,
no, it doesn't hit him. It doesn't hit him. No.
It's like, what?
No. At this point, I'm going to say that because we've gone a full cycle on this, that Osiris has a chance to say something. He's muted.
Yeah, no, I know. I was saying expletives while I was muted, trying to think. God, all he can think about right now is trying to convince Lucia. Basically, it's not what it looks like. Or just, how do I say this? Like, just, he's going to squeak out like, no, we are friends. You know me. And that's all I can imagine he'd probably get out at this point.
I'm going to say that he really is pushing. So if you have one more sentence, then you can give that in.
Wait, you're saying he can say more?
He can say one more sentence, yes. I'll give him one more, and then he'll be out of breath.
I promise I'm your friend.
There you go. At this point, the white mage chimes in. Child of light, kill him, kill him, kill him.
Okay, so Lucia is very conflicted. I know you said that I recognize this as like light magic, but does it, and I know you said it gives me a warm, comforting feeling. Does it feel holy to me?
It feels like light magic. It doesn't necessarily feel holy, if that makes any sense.
Just want to clarify because I wasn't sure if light magic was innately holy or not.
No, it's not.
Okay. So I mean, she's kind of gonna look back and forth between the two of them for a minute, and she turns her eyes to the vampire because she still does not want to respond to the white idiot. And she glares at the vampire and she's like, why don't you have the fucking balls to face me yourself?
The vampire does not move, doesn't twitch, doesn't blink, just continues sitting on the throne staring forward. At which point the demon turns back around and says to the group, if no one's gonna make a decision, I'll kill everyone in this room. Are you going to kill him or spare him? Choose.
At this point, I run over to the demon, Osiris.
Okay.
So whatever it is.
Yep, you got it. I'm assuming. Yep. You're good.
And I pull out my 2 vials. I imagine myself actually behind him, kind of not turning my back towards the other fuckers. Yep. And I pull out the 2 vials, look at Lucia. The one I know heals, and one is like the super holy water. And I go, what do I do?
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
The white mage chimes in. Perfect. One kills, one heals. Which will you do? Which will you do?
Okay, so forgive me if I'm stretching too far and you can let me know. Lucy is relatively intelligent. She's obviously studies healing magic and saw the effect that her healing spell had on Osiris. So at this point, would she
would assume that the holy water would kill him.
Would be the killer. Okay.
Would
just
kill
clarifying
him.
that
Yes.
is the conclusion that she would draw.
Yes. Yeah, she would come to the same conclusion, which is either heal him or kill him. So either heal him with the vial or kill him with the holy water, and it's your choice.
Lucia stomps over to Dalhis and asks for the other, not the holy water.
The healing one.
I'm sorry. Can we clarify this again? I was writing stuff down.
Yeah, you're fine.
The holy water will kill him.
Holy water will kill him.
Okay, yes. So she asked for the healing potion.
Okay.
Oh, God, I thought you were making a different decision.
And does she give it to him?
She's going to ask Dalhis for the healing potion.
Okay,
Oh, Lord.
Dalhus
Oh,
offered
Lord.
it, so I'm assuming that he.
Yeah,
that
I'm like kneeling down, going, I don't know what to do.
Oh no.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Lucia takes the healing potion. She glares at the 2 demons and the vampire and says, "He's my fucking friend, and I'm going to save him, you assholes!" And gives him the healing potion, or the non-holy water potion.
yeah, I gotcha.
Oh.
Upon doing so, he is fully healed and returned to his human state.
Oh, okay.
At this point, he is now the guy that you recognized, but you know that that other side of him still exists and is definitely not a thing that is, that doesn't exist. He is fully healed. He can speak again, but before he even gets a chance, the demon and the one in the white turn to the group and loudly proclaim, "A decision has been made." The one in white says, "They never, ever learn, do they?" Demon says, "That's where your problem comes in. You always want to kill the demons, but the good ones recognize that dark and light, we're one and the same." And the 2 of them vanish into dust. At this point, we are going to call it where we're at right now. And when we bring it back next week, I think that our friend Osiris might have some explaining to do, and we're going to see how this story concludes.